Good, Vice President of DW Drums, and I'm very happy, Juan, to be meeting with you, and I want to talk to you a little bit about this exotic wood I have here. This one. This is Waterfall Bubinga. Waterfall Bubinga, this comes from Ghana, Africa. This log was 800 years old, but the main thing about this log is that the diameter of the trunk was 8.5 feet. That's nearly 3 meters wide. How crazy is that? And look at how beautiful that is, okay? Now, we got to go through these woods. This one, this is called Heartwood Curly Maple. Heartwood Curly Maple, all right? This grew in Escanaba, Michigan, Upper Peninsula, on a dark, shady slope, all right, on a hillside. And this never happens. You can cut down 20,000 curly maple trees and never find heartwood curly. The heart grew from the center all the way out to the bark. Okay, I traded a drum set for this log, and I think I got the better deal. Okay. Then, flaky oak. Look at that. Look how crazy that is. Flaky oak, this also comes from Michigan. And this one right here has more flake in it than I've ever seen in my life. Also a very old wood. Then I have, once again from Ghana, Africa, zebra wood at a 45-degree angle, right? This one, just imagine the exotic animals taking a pee-pee on the trunk of this tree to make these colors so nice. Okay. Australian bird's eye eucalyptus at a 45-degree angle. Looks just like rain falling on your windscreen of your car. These eyes are so big, they're like what we call Marty Feldman eyes. Then we have this beautiful Santos rosewood. Look at the juice in this. Look at the sap, the juice. Hey, Frank. The beautiful colors that come out. We put this in a vertical pattern. We put this wood together, okay, to make these beautiful patterns. You're going to see that in some of the presentation we have here. This one of my favorites, this is rainbow wood, okay? Now, I bought this log in France, and of course, the French guys tried to bullshit me and said that this grew next to a paint factory. And I went, oh my God, like a dumb American would. I said, geez, that's fantastic. He said, no, we're kidding. This is of the poplar family, and what happens is this pulls various minerals out of the ground and distributes it through the tree. And it can be red, it can be blue, it can be green, and all these gorgeous colors. So that's my rainbow tree.
Amazing.
You're going to get an education here. Chilean apple. Chilean apple, also on a vertical design here, put together by my man Sean Smith in my wood shop. He's an expert at putting this together. Now, I want to remind you that none of these woods are endangered. All these woods have certifications, and they are very, very legal and sustainable. So, nothing crazy about this, but look at how beautiful Mother Nature can be. Looks like an Indian blanket. Then I have African Chinchin. Now imagine this natural to a deep, rich red fade. Can you only imagine how gorgeous? And then what color hardware do you want to put on it? That's the next thing. That's how cool this really is. Now, there was a tree that was cut down 100 years ago in Northern California, and the stump, the redwood tree, was cut down. The stump stayed in the ground. Stump is the part in the ground. And some friends of mine from Germany came and dug this stump out of the ground, brought it to Karlsruhe, Germany, and cut it open, and look what fell out. Mother Nature is a beautiful thing. Now, this is white ash pomele. White ash pomele is interesting because it provides a canvas. If you look at the little pomele peanut shapes in it, when you stain this, they all jump out and they look very 3D. Very cool. All right. What else we got here? Oh, come on. That is heartwood tubular shaped quilted maple from the Pacific Northwest of America. Look at the gorgeous job that God did on this wood.
It's like 3D.
It's 3D and it is like a quilt. It just makes you want to cover up in it, right? I actually slept with this piece of wood. Then I have pomele eucalyptus. Look at the snake skin. When you stain this, boy, you get so many different cool colors that pop out of this. That's the natural color of it right there. Eucalyptus pomele. You're going to see a few eucalyptus. Now, often when you have your kitchen cabinets in your home, they are made of cherry, but it is flat sliced, okay? So you have the cathedral effect of the grain. This one is rotary cut cherry. And when you rotary cut cherry, this is cherry gone wild. Or let's just call it wild cherry, okay? But look at how beautiful that is. With black nickel hardware, forget about it. Huh? Then, this is a tender little tree that I dearly love. Look at this. That is teardrop quilted maple from the Pacific Northwest. But I've never seen one so delicate and so beautiful. You could stain this like crazy, but you know what? I like just the natural look of this thing. Maybe with 24 karat gold. Then we have wide bar curly maple. Okay, wide bar curly maple. I like it wide like this because it just takes a stain really nice. So the hills and valleys of the curl really come out very, very nice. On this one, ooh man, this is smoked peppered beech from Austria. Now they've actually smoked this to make it look this color. Isn't that beautiful? Once again, maybe we put some black nickel hardware on this, huh? Then I've got Karelian birch. I was just on a hunt for Karelian birch. This comes from the Ukraine. You buy it in Finland. And this, you know, you have to hand select this material because it can be flamey looking or it can look like cork. So you got to be careful because you want the birch burls to really have expression and beauty about them. Now we're going to go to the next step over here. One of my favorites, Mappa burl. Mappa burl is indigenous to the area of Belgium, France, Germany, this area. And look at all the muscles and the burls in this wood. Its brother is Mappa. It has no burl. This is a one-of-a-kind log. Now look at this. Look at that move. I'm making a lot of snare drums. You probably videoed one downstairs. Or maybe it's up here. We'll look. It's made of this, and you can see the beauty.
It's the
angel pearls. Yeah, you did your homework. Okay. I don't ever want to stop showing how pretty regular maple is on a 45-degree angle. Look at how it just has this elegance and beauty. We all love maple, right? And it's something that I buy very much of. I buy 420,000 square feet of maple a month. So it's one of my best friends. Okay, this bad boy, it was Karlstadt, Germany, and I was seeing this log, and I absolutely had to have it. This is redwood curl, okay? It's the same material as that drum set. Right there. So redwood curl, right? Well, I bought it, had to have it, and when I got home I found out this grows, of course, in Northern California. So I bought a round-trip ticket. Here we have a pretty log that is called Quirly maple. It's not curly and it's not quilted, it's quirly.
Queerly.
Yeah, I started this category and now it still stands at this place where I buy this material because it's got heartwood in it, it's got sapwood, it's just beautiful. When you stain this, you will see 3 dimensions, absolutely see 3 dimensions. Okay, now, who doesn't like bird's eye maple, huh? If you find somebody that doesn't like them, I'll slap them in the face. Everybody loves bird's eye maple, all right? This comes from Michigan. I have a whole story about that, but maybe for another time. This one is one of my favorites because this is Japanese Tamo ash. I bought this log for our 40th anniversary drum set. And this one is so perfect. Every leaf of this log is exactly like this. So, what we did is we did this kit with a pewter, I don't know if that word translates, but Juan, you can translate for me. At the pewter burst with pewter hardware, I swear to God, you'll lose your mind on this. It's my 40th anniversary, and a portion of the proceeds for every drum set goes to the Japanese Earthquake Relief Fund. Let's not forget our friends in Japan. Because it's not on television anymore, doesn't mean that they're not suffering. Come on, baby. Look at that, huh? Huh? That is tropical olive. If you look at the 45-degree angle of the grain, look at the opposite angle with the figure. This one, with the right color hardware, you can really lose your mind with the visual effect of how this kit looks. This is Italian. Now, you saw white ash pommelé, here is brown ash pommelé. Now picture this going around the bass drum, going around the floor toms, going around your mind, making you happy, loving your drums. It's every man's fantasy to make their drum kit look just as crazy as possible. This is beautiful, very, very simple, but very beautiful wood. Brown ash pommelé. Now, here's a nice one. Look at that. Elm cluster from Indiana. This is an old tree stood in front of an old farmhouse. And then look at the clusters, look at the green streak in it, look at the history, look at the stories that it can tell. Fantastic wood. Elm cluster. Then, Juan, when you were a schoolboy, when you were in school, you were staring at the door, which was probably made of heartwood birch. And I put it on a 45-degree angle. We call it the poor man's exotic wood. But I find it very, very attractive, right? It was every school door in a classroom across the United States, and I suspect here as well.
Never saw a door like that.
Didn't, huh? We got some cool doors. All right, get ready to blow your mind. Look at that. That is a kumi. We call it a kumi feather. A kumi, this comes from Ghana, Africa. This is the part of the tree that separates, and it's all the tension and the figure is in this part of the wood, okay? And also, in America, we have what's called Thanksgiving, where we have turkeys. This is a perfect turkey's ass. But a pretty one. Now, What do we have here? Oh my goodness. That's the African mahogany that's on our maple mahogany drum sets that you saw downstairs. It's got a Duco finish. If you have time, film the inside of the drum and you'll see this material. This is a very musical, soft, beautiful, harmonious wood that works very well with maple. Then I have what's called oak cluster. This is from Ohio. This is where I got this, and this one is just a gem. If you think of this with a candy black burst, put black nickel hardware on it, let your mind go crazy, man. This is a pretty wood. Here we got a nice mahogany that is what I call figured mahogany. Now, no two pieces are the same. You will never see the same figure out of this. It's got a little bit of fiddleback in it. It's got a variegated grain structure. It's just gorgeous. Look at the redness. This is just clear lacquer on this material. Isn't that gorgeous? Then, I've got a good one here. This one is what I call satin walnut. And satin walnut is normally a very small kind of tree when it's suitable for cutting, but this one was very big. Normally they're smaller and nervous. This one was a very big one. You see the sapwood on the outsides? So that was cut this way, sliced. Pretty cool, huh? Put some stain on this, you can go to the races. Then I got beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Olive ash burl, okay? Olive ash burl. I buy this wood near the Como Lakes, south of Switzerland, north of Milan, Italy. My man Renzo sells this to me. And I have to be there, pick it out, you know, because it's got to be so wide, it's got to be so long, and it has to have just the right texture and flavor and character that I'm looking for. And when I run out of this one, damn it, I have to go back to Como. It's a dirty job. Somebody has to. Okay. You're going to see two interesting woods. This is Macassar ebony. This is a mysterious, dark, once again, depending on what kind of hardware you put on this, will really make this drum set. It's all up to your imagination. But this is Macassar ebony. It's the finest that I've found anywhere. All right, but I want you to see his relative. His relative is ivory ebony. Same family. This is from an island in Southeast Asia. You can see this figure from the 50-meter line at a football stadium, right? And look at how cool that is. Not many people have seen this before. So that's the same family, like an albino ebony. So that's my collection for today of exotic woods. And I really hope you enjoyed that little tutorial and a little bit of information, and we share some time together. I know that Juan and I will be sitting at some drum sets in a few minutes, and we'll talk a little bit more about all these wonderful imagination expanding ideas, right? Because let's do it now, because tomorrow may never come, so let's just make the day today. Thank you.